Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Saturday and happy holidays. I don't know when the next video I'll make will be. It might be after Christmas, depends on how I'm feeling or how busy I am. So I'm just going to say happy holidays ahead of time, just in case I don't make a video. Again, I've been trying to go live and it still won't work. Um, don't know why. I've tried contacting YouTube and they still can't figure out what's going on because I don't have any community strikes, nor and I meet the requirements to go live on mobile, but it's just not letting me do it. Every time I try to do it, says that I'm not eligible, which I am. I even got the email when I reached over 1,000 subscribers that I was eligible to go live on mobile. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm not the only person who's been having this problem, and YouTube hasn't done anything about it, which is so annoying. Anyway, so in this video, I'm just going to change him into his day outfit. His hair's messy, which I'm going to brush. And I want to talk about why people are into reborns. I don't know if I ever made a video about this topic, but I've been getting a couple of questions from family and whatnot, what they're used for, and a lot of people don't know why. They just think the collectors are crazy, which I would say only about like 10% of us are like crazy, unstable, shall we say, that actually really, really treat these dolls like they're real, which there's going to be a few people that are a little bit extra ordinary out of every community that's seen as different. So I don't think we should let those people that kind of go too far with the dolls. Uh, they're not they're not indicative of the whole community. So I don't think they represent the community as a whole. I think most people know that these dolls are not real and that they're a work of art. Their coping mechanisms, just how people collect. There's adults who collect um, coins and stuff like that. It's the same thing. It's just we interact more with these items. So a lot of people use them to cope with the loss of a baby. So that's one reason why these dolls are important to some people, and it's a valid reason. And a lot of therapies are starting to include these dolls as a way to cope with that tragic event. And then another reason why people collect these dolls is to cope with the fact that they won't be able to have children, but cannot afford to adopt because everyone says, I've seen a lot of hate comments on these types of videos where people are like, well, if they want a child so bad, why don't they just adopt? First of all, the adoption process is so difficult. It is a very difficult process depending on where you live, who you are. They discriminate based on who you are if you're trying to adopt. A lot of single people can't adopt, depending on the town. Um, a lot of gay couples can't adopt in certain areas. Um, Plus, it's expensive process to go through to maybe or maybe not even get a child in the end. There's a lot of heartbreak when it comes to adopting. So I hate when people are like, well, why don't these people just adopt? Because they don't understand it's not that easy. You don't just fill out an application and they hand you a child. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Um, so that's another reason why people have these dolls. And then there's people like me who mostly enjoy them for the art of it. I'm an artist by training in my middle school and high school, and so I enjoy the art form of it. I think it's really cool how they start from blank nothing basically, and then you can build them up layer by layer, and they get more and more realistic. I think it's a super cool art form. They're just pretty cool as far as art form goes, and then other people battle with depression, and that's also like sometimes I get stressed and they're good for that. People get stressed, and there's studies that show that holding a baby is a good form of stress relief. And if you're not in the point of your life where you can have a child, then these reborn dolls simulate a similar feeling because they are weighted like a real baby. So holding it in your arms it tricks your brain into that similar feeling of holding a real child. So those are a couple of reasons that I know of why people have these dolls. Um, I think the main one that people seem to know about is that they're good for patients who have dementia. They help them remember and help them live better as they reach the end stages of dementia. So I know a lot of people donate them to nursing homes and such. I don't know too much about that, even though that's one of the main things when you look up the dolls. There's a lot of articles about that. I just haven't looked into that too much. So those are all the little reasons I know about. I'm sure there's a lot more reasons. If I missed something, comment in the comment section below and let me know what I missed. But those are the reasons that I know about why people collect these dolls that I've heard about. I'm sure, like I said, there's many reasons. And honestly, I think for the most part, it is nobody's business of why some people collect what they collect if it's not hurting anyone. It's kind of none of society's business if they're not hurting themselves or others. It's kind of up to them, because if it brings you joy, it brings you joy. You shouldn't have to explain to society why it brings you joy if it's not hurting anyone. But those are just my thoughts on the situation and the reasons why these dolls exist and why people collect them. So I hope that answered some questions, because I've been seeing a lot more people asking questions as holiday times have been approaching. I know a lot of people have been getting them as gifts for their children and stuff. And these dolls usually are not for children. I want to say that they're not play dolls. They're works of art, and they're usually quite fragile. So I would caution you if you're getting one for a child, because they are expensive and they are not clay dolls. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry I still can't go live on my mobile device. I don't know why YouTube is barring me from doing that. If I figure it out, I'll let you guys know, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.